All right, now I
All
can.
right. Welcome, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. How's everyone doing? We have an amazing show for you today. And I'm excited because we have some awesome guests. We're going to talk about some amazing stuff. I got Amell right here. Take it away, girlfriend.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Amell. I'm going to be your guest co-host for June. So yay! And we just want to welcome you guys. Start your week amazing, and also tell us what you're drinking. So I know this is coffee chat, but I usually don't drink coffee unless it's with milk. But I'm drinking some tea today. It's all right though. So share with us. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Yeah, so I'll share mine first, and then our guests are going to be sharing what they're drinking. So remember, everyone, this is an interactive show. We can see if you're writing in the chat. We actually can even put your comments on the screen. So if you have anything to say, good morning, let us know. We want to make sure we say hello. And if you are drinking some coffee, so I'm going to share what coffee I am drinking. So I actually brought it from my pod. It's the, okay, I hope I'm saying it right. Javalia Cafe with a K from Colombia. So that is what I'm drinking today, you guys. So
Girl, fancy schmancy over here.
it's not fancy. I just got it from Walgreens. That's what I'm saying. I just got it from Walgreens. So we have Alexandra Felix. She is drinking Italian espresso with Oreo creamer.
Girl.
What? That is fancy.
Right,
I love
right. I don't know. I
that.
don't know how I feel about that Oreo creamer. I'm not a very chocolatey person.
No, that is great. So I want to make sure I'm saying good morning to everyone that's jumping on. You guys are awesome. And then of course, let me know, what you're drinking this morning. So we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. And we have guests already. They are waiting to come on. So we're excited to show who they are. But first and foremost, I want to make sure, again, I extend the welcome to everyone and really just talk about what the show is going to be about. It's going to be an opportunity for you to get your IMC. I'm going to start calling it what it is inspiration, motivation, and conversation, right? So
I love it.
this is, something creative where it's like, I always do coffee chats with the WISE community. Why don't we have an actual show? And let's just highlight, let's have these conversations that are needed, right? For our well-being,
Amen.
for our mind, for just women empowerment, and then highlight also women from the community, because I'm excited to even have conversations with them. And I love stimulating conversations. So sometimes I need this, right? I need
Yeah.
this personally.
Yeah.
So let me know, everyone else. I see we got some people saying that they are drinking Starbucks. So that is awesome. It's Evelyn. She is drinking Starbucks. We have, we have Dunkin'. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Maria was drinking Dunkin' Donuts. Like the sprinkle of cinnamon. Cinnamon is the bomb.
Yeah, let me show her comment here. So we do have Dunkin' Donuts coffee made at home, French vanilla cream and sprinkles. We have another user that said, I'm having a cup of classic Folgers with cream. So
Nothing wrong with classic.
nothing wrong with classic. We love classic. I know we have different platforms streaming this, so we can't see who the Facebook user is. But if you can write, hey, it's me, I would definitely highlight you. I want to make sure I say your name. And then, of course, we have Evelyn. She said Starbucks. So awesome. So we have our first conversation that we wanted to talk about this morning. And it's, we just talked about the whole coffee chat, right? The whole coffee chat deal right now. Now we're going to talk about, I Corona. I really wanted to, I think that's some topic.
I just got it. You said I Corona. It's all right. It's early. It's all right.
It's early. Let's make this fun. You know, so I think the reason why, this is an important topic, and Amel, I know you're going to take it away, but we're opening up in the Chicagoland area, right? And for
Mhm.
some of us, it might be scary. So, Mel, what did you want to share with us in regards to the
So,
topic?
so about this, I know there's been so many conversations about the coronavirus, how's that impacting you, and I just want to take a little different spin to it, right? Because I started seeing some memes, right? You know how everything becomes a thread or whatever trend. So we started with 2020 needs to be canceled, right? And then I saw something else talking about what if 2020 is their best year yet, right? So I just wanted to talk about that. How do you feel? What is it that you guys are feeling? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm like from both. At first I was like, all right, 2020, this was supposed to be my year, and I'm over here in quarantine. You know what I mean? But, after a while, you kind of get used to the quarantine life, and you have to learn to adjust. So, and I think that's where I'm at. But where are you guys at? Tell us in the comments, how are you feeling? Do you still feel we need to cancel 2020, or do you feel like this is time for growth? Which I think it's, taking us to have tough conversations, which is great.
Yeah, it's 2020. This is great. Dud.
You're killing me, girl. You're killing me.
So if you get to know me, I love to bring a little bit of comedy and humor into things. So, hey, is 2020 a dud? Let us know in the comment section. Actually, we know it was going to be a time for change, Amel. And
we sure did.
We did know. And everyone was like, new beginnings. Wait, what was the saying? 2020 was perfect vision, right? Remember that?
Yeah. The 2020 vision.
2020 vision, right? Yeah, it's giving us perfect vision, all right. I'm not going to lie about that. It's showing us what's really important right now. It might not be the best, way that we want it, right? We were thinking,
but it's never how we want it too. We got to remember that, because it's kind of like we want change, like we want to grow, but we don't want to go through it. We don't want to go through the valley. We want to wake up and be like, all right, yes, praise the Lord, we done.
Yeah, we got our vision, we got our goals, like we got everything together. Like, no, God had a whole different plan. He said, oh yeah, you want perfect vision, let me show you what that looks like.
Yes. Yes.
So,
oh my God, yes.
So we have some people said, ever so grateful that I'm not having morning arguments with my mini to get her to school. Morning sets my mood. Mary, thanks, Mary. You're the mom. So I haven't seen anyone comment whether this is a dud or a stud, right? Or isn't that the saying that people say?
I didn't even know that one. So
I don't know, something people say, right? But we have Maria Cifuentes. She said, hardships are a part of life. It will make us stronger, and sometimes you need a push. Absolutely. Yeah. I think 2020 is a stud. It's not a dud for me. I know that and this is my personal opinion. Anyone can disagree. Yeah. Everyone has a right to their opinions, but the amount of change, the amount of growth, the amount of opportunity to really you're almost forced into let's think about life type environment. Yeah. Let's get your stuff together, let's get it all together. I think that's what this has provided for me. I don't know about you, Amel, but for me, I just feel like it's kind of an opportunity of a forced regrouping, with your family, a force. And I know it's been prolonged. I get it. But, I guess we always have to see it as, right, the cup full, not half full, yeah. Not half empty, right? I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
So for me, I feel like whatever change, good, bad, whatever growth, you have to, it's caused by an emotion. And you just said it perfectly. It's like we're being pushed to do it, right? I don't think a lot of the conversations that we're having now would have happened if we wouldn't have been pushed to do it. A lot of people are, and I get it, there's always two sides of the coin, and the kids that are not going to school. Okay, I get that, and that's unfortunate in some situations, but it's allowing us to see the bigger picture, right? We always say, oh, family comes first, but then you don't even spend time with your family because you're so caught up in the we gotta go, we gotta work. So for me, it has been an eye-opener that I need to chill in terms of like I need to be present, right? Like I'm there, I'm doing things, but I wasn't really present. So I think to me that has been the biggest thing. I do consider it to be a stud. I think we're gonna grow, we're gonna learn, and it's gonna be awesome. And I mean, who knows what the next 6 months are gonna be, right? Like we're already halfway, but it feels like it's been a whole year already. So.
Yeah. I want to show these comments, right? This is a year of opportunity. Have to see the positive outcome despite of the setback. Very true. We have a nice one here. The circumstances we're all having through has humbled me and has made me more creative in what we can and cannot do. With so many limitations right now, it's actually even longer. I find myself finding ways to stay busy at home and with my family since we can't travel. We're reconnecting with family and friends, cooking more, spending more time in nature, and giving to others more. I mean, that was
amen to that one.
Yeah, I don't know who that Facebook user is because it's not showing me here, but that was an amazing comment.
Side note though, I did not need to cook anymore because I stay cooking.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. A certain day I'm like, I ain't cooking, guys. It's done. I cook Monday through Friday, weekends. That's not me. So, so we have this is a year of opportunity and outcome. So, of course, let us know. We would love to show all the comments, but we're about to bring out our guests. Tell us right now, is it a stud or is it a dud? Whether you're watching us live now or you're watching the replay, just let us know. Is this a stud? Just write it, stud or dud. Sarah, awesome. Thank you for sharing. And Andrea, good morning. So definitely let me know, stud or dud, ladies. I just want to see it, and we're going to take a vote right now.
Let's go.
We're gonna make sure we're gonna show who does it. But yeah, like we were saying, and I wanted to emphasize right now things are opening up, right? And it's is it something that I personally am not jumping outside and running into the streets, just to be honest with you, right? I'm not the one. I ain't the one. I'm really debating on that pedicure though. I'm just like, I see people doing their pedicures and I'm like really thirsty for some nails and my toes done right now. But anyways, anywho, so we are definitely loving this conversation, y'all. I see here we got some people are saying a stud. So I don't know who else is going to write. I'm waiting for more comments, but it looks like most people are saying stud. So we're going to go with stud, y'all. 2020 is still a stud. It's still awesome.
This is our kind of people. These are our kind of people.
This is our kind of people. So now we are excited because we're going to be moving over now. We're going to be actually introducing our guests. So we have to introduce these amazing ladies. So I'm excited to have them on air with us. So, and if there's any, technical difficulties, just, keep trying, jumping on and jumping off. I know we might be having some difficulties, but definitely I see that Veronica is on. Veronica, make sure that your screen is turned on or your camera is on. And then we have DrMakeba. Whoop, whoop. Dr. Makeba, welcome. She has been a big supporter of the WISE community and has been a speaker for our community. So I'm excited to have her on. So while Veronica is trying to jump on, Veronica, Dr. Makeba, let us know who you are.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to Jennifer, my wonderful friend, for inviting me on to this. This is an amazing thing that she has going on here. I love the community. I'm a member of the community, and I just love being a part of such positive. I'm all for positive initiatives. I have always been a part, a part of and wanting to be for positive initiatives. So I'm excited to be a part of this. I was listening to the conversation while waiting in the green room, and I'm ready to chime in on this 2020 stud slash dud. The jury's still out on stud and dud, but for right now, I'll go with stud. It started out being a dud, but I'll say that right now it's definitely a stud. So, Jen, you want me to just introduce myself and let people know who I am?
Yeah, and let me know what kind of coffee you're drinking, girlfriend. I know earlier you told us, but tell the viewers.
Yes. So I'm not just drinking out of any cup. I'm drinking out of one of my favorite cups. It says, "You are capable of amazing things." And so I have to drink out of this cup almost every. I have favorite cups that I drink coffee out of every day, and this is one of them. And so in doing the show, I definitely wanted to make sure that I drink the coffee out of the right cup. So I am drinking, I'm a simple girl. I decided to bring coffee back into my diet. I hope my fitness coach isn't listening to this, because my coffee is not black. So I actually have I have a little bit of turbinado sugar in it, and it's just regular decaf coffee. I like I don't know, are you guys familiar with the brand The Donut Shop?
Yes.
I'm not.
Okay, so they sell it in the grocery store, and that's one of my favorite brands. And I was telling the girls earlier that I'm totally not an avid coffee drinker, and I'm not like this connoisseur of coffee, because my coffee really is like 6 cups of coffee and 8 cups of water. So I really am just drinking the coffee for like taste. But anyway, my name is DrMakeba. I am aware of many hats. I am all about women's empowerment. So I have a community on Facebook called the Unapologetically You Collective, and we focus a lot on women's empowerment and how to bounce back after any type of trauma or any type of issue that you've faced in life. And it's just really a focus, like a mirror of what I've personally gone through in my life.
Nope.
I just, God kind of gave me the idea to just kind of open up this community for women who are like me, to be able to, get that support, because I didn't have that support when I was going through. And then I'm also, I am an owner of an educational training company for new teachers and parents. And that's been in existence since 2018. I really just kind of like taken this time of 2020 being the stud that it is, and really decided to focus in on relaunching that. And so it just did a whole lot of stuff that relates to that. And I love I'm an educator just by nature. And so I just love being that teacher of all things. And so again, having been a former teacher, I really focus in on educating new teachers who've been in the classroom for 1 to 3 years, and then parents, helping them to understand. And I really focus, in light of everything that we're going to be talking about today, my focus with the educational company is teachers and parents of diversely populated students. So a lot of my research has been on Black males. And so I really believe that if we want to change the culture and change, the direction of our Black males and like what's kind of going on with them, it really does start in the classroom, and it's followed up at home. And so that's why I really focus in on those two. I believe that the teacher and the parent together can do dynamic things when it comes to their children. And so that's what I focus on. So that's who I am.
Beautiful. So thank you so much, Makeba. You are amazing. I always enjoy watching your posts. You're an author. You do a lot of things. You teach at Dominican University, right?
Yes.
You be busy. You be busy.
I am. I'm busy.
But Veronica, I want to make sure, Veronica, let us know if you can jump on. I don't see your camera, so, but I don't know if we can hear you while you're trying to set this up. I know that you're there. Let me know if you can we can hear you. Oh, we lost her completely this time. All right, it's all right. It's all right. We'll give, and the show will keep moving until she jumps on. So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to make sure that we just see any comments that we have missed out, and definitely highlight those comments right here. So we have, let's see, good morning, everyone. We have Alexandra. She said, give me 1 second, ladies. God says this is a year of victory and blessings, reaping what we have sowed. That's deep. That's deep comment. Yep, reaping what we have sowed. Of course, just want to make sure that everyone that's jumping on, we say good morning to you all. We are awesome. And then again, if you are just jumping on, let us know what kind of coffee you are drinking. This is a Wise Morning Coffee Chat. So it is to brighten up your day, where you get some ICM, inspiration, motivation, communication, right? Some conversation. So let us know if you're just jumping on, what type of coffee you are drinking, while we get Veronica back up here. There she is. Whoop, whoop. Veronica, we see you, darling. So Veronica, go ahead. Yay. Go ahead. You cannot hear. We cannot hear you. Make sure you turn your mic on. And we might have lost her again. It's okay. Hey, this is how technology goes. So what we're gonna do actually is we're gonna take a quick break. And then what we're going to do is when we come back, we're going to go into the conversation and then talk to Veronica and have her introduce herself. So everyone that is watching, just so you guys know, we're just going to take a quick break and then we'll just regroup when we come back. And it's just a 2 to 3 minute break. So definitely stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, we are back and on the air. Whoop, whoop. So we're excited. And we had some technical. Oh, we can hear Veronica. Hallelujah! Yay! So we are back. Just just a brief recap, everybody. We've been talking about, if you're just jumping on, we want to know what kind of coffee you're drinking this morning. We're also we're we're also making sure that everyone comments. Is an interactive show, and of course, make sure that you guys share with us if if today is a stud or a dud, right? A stud or a dud. Make sure you look at if this year is a stud or a dud. So Veronica, darling, let us know who you are, what you drinking. Absolutely, no worries. This is exciting. Me and Amel are excited to have you and DrMakeba. So this is going to be good stuff. So my question, I guess we can kick off the conversation. Is first, I always ask this: how are you guys feeling right now? Beautiful, beautiful. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Sorry, I want to, excuse me, I wanted to point out some ladies are saying they can't hear. So I don't know, let me try logging in somewhere else and see if I can hear, because I can hear you perfectly, but they're saying they can't hear.
That's a great question. Let us know if you can hear us. If I see some person that they can't hear, my mic is on. We're on air. And let me know if you can hear us, Amel. Actually, let me go ahead and check myself. I thought we were fine. Sorry, some technical issues. We're just making sure that we can hear the audio for those that are on. I could hear it. I just opened it up on Facebook and I heard the sound. So let's start the
You know what it is? In the ladies in the Y support, it says that there's no sound. So I'm just gonna tell them to go to your personal profile. All right.
Yep.
Keep going. Keep going.
Awesome. Thank you. So everyone, Veronica, DrMakeba, how are you feeling? Share. We wanted a real diverse group, right? And we wanted to bring everyone's perspective to the table. So DrMakeba, tell us how you're feeling.
I think it's getting a little bit better for me now. Last week, like Veronica said, last week was a bit exhausting. I'd probably say, like, emotionally, like I I had so many different emotions just vacillating. Like I was mad, to being sad, asking questions, just emotionally unstable. And I think the exhaustion came from social media, just all of the bombarding of all of the information, and then kind of seeing different people's stances and different people's belief systems, and trying to explain why I feel the way that I do about certain things. And once you kind of immerse yourself in that, it gets to be really exhausting. And so last week it was really tough, but this week I'm actually a little more hopeful. I'm a big fan of controlling what I can control. And so I really try to stay on top of just personally, like how I can keep myself grounded and how I can really maintain a peaceful place internally. Because otherwise, this whole situation can really take over like your mind mentally and really kind of adjust your mental posture. And so that's where I'm trying to stay right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that are just jumping on that maybe have missed, we're really talking about what we want to talk about is the uprising, right? What's going on right now all over the nation, right? We are mainly located in the Chicagoland area, so we right, firsthand, especially those that live in the city, might see something a little bit different than other parts of the United States. And I think this was a great conversation because just like, it was stressful last week for me. And I'll be really honest, I'm late in the game, right? I purposely do not watch the news. So I got bits and pieces of information, but last week I got consumed with everything that was out there, and I found myself spending too much time writing, too much time researching, too much time commenting, and it was really taking a toll on me. And of course, right, the I knew from the get go, and I just wanted to share this piece. What's happening right now is devastating, and it's horrific. That the fact that George Floyd passed away the way that he passed away through police brutality, but at the same time, this has caused real attention to a serious situation that's been going on for years, right? We're talking about, and I know that you guys can share your thoughts because I know we have a nice diverse group here. So, whoever wants to chime in. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I mean, I would come behind Veronica and saying, the first thing that I'll say is I think we're all in agreement here that the news is not our friend sometimes. I definitely do not watch the news. My mother always gets on me about, you need to stay connected. I'm like, Mom, I totally stay connected, but it's, for me personally, I can't be around that type of information all the time. But I will say that going back to what Jennifer said earlier, in that, you have one issue where, unfortunately, George Floyd was murdered in the way that he was by the police officers. I think that what happened there is that it kind of allowed some other issues that needed to be brought to the forefront And so I definitely don't believe that anything happens, unnecessarily. Like, I believe that there's a reason for everything, and I believe that there's a greater reason for everything. And so I definitely believe that, unfortunately, because of this situation, that now it has brought light to so many issues that have not necessarily, not been an issue. Like, these issues have been issues for years. These issues have been issues all the time. It's just now people are making, light of them, and they're actually seeing that these are for real issues, right? And so I saw something yesterday that said, this isn't I forget exactly how it was said, but it said something along the lines of, this alarm has been going off morning for several years. You just kept hitting snooze on it. And so I think that that's important for us to know, is that, this is an issue for a very long time. Unfortunately, it took someone actually seeing someone die on a video to actually bring light to it. And it's unfortunate that had to happen, and my heart aches that had to happen. But I also believe, on the flip side, that happening has now brought light to a situation that's been going on for so many years. And it's gonna, God said, God works things together for our good all the time. And so this, I do believe, is going to be worked together for our good, because it's allowing things to be brought to light, and change, I really believe, is going to happen as a result.
I think this is a great conversation, and I want to ask you ladies, do you think, because, okay, this is something that police brutality has been happening in Black and brown communities for years, right? And now cameras, now we have this beautiful thing called the smartphone, right? So now we've been able to capture and show what's happening in Black and brown communities. Do you think that the coronavirus had something to do, because this is not the first time, right? This is there's plenty of stories that we can go back to and refer back to, of people being murdered by police brutality. Do you think the coronavirus had something to do with what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, and what I wanted to kind of convey was, people are frustrated because of Corona, right? And tired. and high anxiety, right? And they were cooped up at home, and people, right, unemployment, people weren't even getting their unemployment benefits, there's lack of resources. So then when they heard the murder of George Floyd, people went bananas, right? It was kind of like, almost like you're putting us, our backs are up against the wall, and then this murder happened, and it kind of went, so I'm just curious to kind of just have the conversation. That's where I was coming from, not necessarily, they were correlated, and I apologize if that was what you heard from me.
Can you guys hear me? I was trying to get this whole thing situated, but we'll just keep rolling. And I wanted to chime in earlier, but anyway, so I think you have a point when you say, like, it's just been everything all at once, but I want to be the devil's advocate here. What if we wouldn't have been in quarantine and this would have happened? Would it really open people's eyes to, like, this still exists and this is happening, and we need to, like you said, DrMakeba, stop putting the snooze button on it? You know what I mean? So maybe it was supposed to happen this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely, I will say, and I have to be very careful with the words that I put out there, because it's always that chance that they'll be misunderstood by whoever's listening. But I'm just a firm believer that nothing just happens, right? Good and bad stuff happens in order for a greater good to come out of it, right? I absolutely, positively believe that what has happened is to bring light to a situation that's already been in effect for years, right? This is not, and it surprises me, and maybe it shouldn't surprise me, but it does surprise me that we still have people who, after 50 and 60 and 70 years, still are absolutely living in oblivion, thinking that racism does not exist.
Wow.
And we're not just talking about Black racism. Like, it absolutely colors me so confused that we live in a world where people claim they don't see color. How do you not see color? We are not the same. For you to say that you don't see color leads me to believe even more that there may be bits of racism that exist in your life, right? Because for you to say that you don't see color, that you live your life every day not seeing color, that's a fallacy, and that's not truth, right? And so I believe with my whole heart that things happen for a reason. And I believe that we have to, I cannot live my entire life in believing that this topic, this issue, this situation was never going to be brought to the light, and we were never going to get, or try to get, some form of justice as, from it. I personally just don't want to believe that. And so I believe that's what makes me hopeful at this point in time, that I feel like, we've had so many Black people get killed by police, and people have been upset and people have been angry. But this situation right here caused an enormous outrage. And I think it was a convergence of, we're really mad that this keeps happening, and you had the nerve to continue to do it when somebody was videotaping you. Why were you not upset? Why were you not nervous that you're on video? And I believe it's because the past has written a story of hope for these police officers and helping them to believe that, I don't care if you put me on video. There's been people in the past that's done this on video and they've gotten off, so we don't have anything to worry about. And I think people have just gotten to the point where they're tired of that narrative. You're not going to keep doing this on video. You're not going to keep doing this on video and getting away with it. And so I think that this just got to a head where it's like, listen, we are tired of this, and something has to be done. I don't agree with a lot of the ways that it was carried out in trying to make a point, but you can't deny that the point that was made was recognized.
Absolutely. I think there's a great comment that I want to show right here. And it was and it's correlated with what we're saying right now. Let me see if I could show it right now. It's from Karen. It says, I've heard people say that the coronavirus disrupted the chaotic lifestyle we often lead that allows us to keep so busy that but many could avoid confronting issues like racism, right? Because now we're looking at things like systemic, right? Institutionalized racism. Now we're looking at things as like, well, let's look at the school system. Let's look at let's look at what's going on, with our Black and brown communities, because I'm a big believer if Black Lives Matter wins, and I've said this very vocally, we all win, because at the end of the day, police brutality is not only towards, and this is for my Hispanic people, it's not only towards the Black community, but you are just as well being persecuted in your own communities. It's the same thing. Now, we might have not had the same exact struggles, right? Thousands of years of oppression. We could probably relate to the mass genocide. We can relate to other aspects of it. But at the end of the day, for those that are the Hispanic community or any other community, this is a big deal, because once, Black Lives Matter movement wins, the injustice for everyone will also benefit from it. And so I want to continue the conversation.
I agree with that.
Thank you, Dr. Makeba. So you ladies, I guess, what can you do, or what can you recommend our viewers that are watching, right? And I know there's a whole bunch of things we can do, but how are you playing a role to become part of the solution in whatever capacity, right? In whatever capacity. And or what do you want our viewers to know that they can do to be a part of the solution?
Yeah, I'm going to echo. I'm going to echo what Veronica said. I'm not a parent. I couldn't even imagine having children in this day. I couldn't imagine, having to sit down and have those conversations. I mean, what do you say to a child who's so young, who sees everything with purity, who sees everything through the perspective and the lens actually like for them to see it through? and us as adults know that that entire lens and that perspective is tainted, and that's not really how life is. And so I think that it's definitely important that, you know, parents have those conversations, those very difficult conversations with their children, to kind of give them insight and let them know what's going on in the world, and then start that educational process. Of course, as an educator, I'm always going to lean towards the direction of education. I believe you can never get enough education. I believe that it's important for us to lead that initiative and lead that mission at home first and internally with ourselves, so that we know exactly what we're fighting for. Like, you know, this didn't just start with George Floyd. Like, this is systemic. This is something that has happened for years, right? And so you can't start fighting for a movement with a perspective of now. You have to understand where this movement came from 50 years ago when Martin Luther King passed away. You have to understand, you know, why did he pass away? What happened there? And then you have to go 30 years prior to that and understand exactly what he was marching for. What was he fighting for? What was he giving speeches for? Who was he doing that for? You have to go back in time to actually understand that we cannot get lost in the idea that this is something that we're fighting for right now. This is not something that we're fighting for right now. We are fighting for change for the future.